What's up, guys? Here we are in front of Essential Jiu-Jitsu, home to JT Torres, one of Ato's top black belts. Today he's got two special guests with him, Michael Liera Jr. and Dominique Bell. So three of Ato's top American black belts all training together here in New York. We came to see what's up.
This is like my 5th visit to Essential since it's open. I really enjoy coming out here. It's like a change of pace from home. I don't like to stay in one place too long, even though Ato's HQ is the #1 academy. If I just stay in that little bubble, I kind of like, it's hard to really 100% appreciate it, because it's what I'm surrounded by all the time. So I like to change up my environment, and this place is beautiful. Professor JT is great to be with so closely. I stay at his house every time I'm here. It's just a different look.
I've been wanting to come out and train with JT here at Essential for a while. He's been inviting me since he opened the school, and yeah, I just decided it was time to come out and maybe get a little bit of like his style, you know, before Worlds, and help him prepare as well, you know. So I just felt like it was time to come out and see what he's built.
So Liera, I've known Liera for, let's see, almost 6 years now, a long time now, and Dom just right under that. When I left San Diego a couple years ago now, I always reach out to the guys, hey, you guys ever want to come out to New York and stay, you know, stay at my house, come to the academy, you guys can teach here, we train together, have fun. And you know, they showed up. They showed up, and I'm blessed that those guys are here. It's great. It's great. You know, it's good to have my friends come visit me, and I think as well, I'm doing something they may want to do in the future. So me and John are gonna fight for a minute. So I can't sweep or submit. All right, my job is just to not get my guard passed right now. It's recover and guard, recover and guard, recover and guard. You guys understand? Right, after a minute's up, next person up. And wherever the fight goes, right? So for example, if he passes my guard, we keep going. All right, it's not over. Everybody got it? All right, guys, take another minute, hydrate, water, bathroom break. We're gonna go straight through, about 30, 40 minutes straight through, all right?
Today, we were practicing with the bottom person. They don't want to attack. They just want to try to control you and run the clock out. And so the bottom person stays in, and you kind of get worn down a little bit, and it gets harder and harder as fresh people come in, and they're just trying to kick your ass and like pass as hard as they can. It's a good opportunity to like open your game, you know, and it helps a ton in competition, and especially like if you're the bottom person, just grinding a little bit and like digging and finding where your heart is, and the last like, you know, couple of rounds that you're in, you really got to dig super deep and find those positions where you can kind of like stop the guy a little bit, you know, and control them, you know. So it's really good. A lot of specific stuff like that. And then usually Monday, Friday, we'll do like a lot of sparring, a lot of rounds, just training, you know, normal stuff.
I try to work on that, yeah.
3, 2, 1, go! In here, you're a little bit more intimately connected with everybody, which has its benefit. Back home in San Diego, you're in a room full of 50, 60, upwards to maybe 90 people in the room, which has its benefits also. There's more energy, but in here, I like it because you're really relying on each person. So that means every person in here is relying on you too. You know, sometimes, like in a bigger room, you can get lost in the waves, you know, and it's on yourself to kind of like, you know, pick up the pace. To where in here, like if you're slowing down, everyone can tell, you know, so you don't even let that happen. So I like both ends of the spectrum, but high level on both ends too.
I feel like now, competing as a black belt, when I go out and I'm fighting like big names, and you know, I'm kind of like, I'm on a bigger stage, get more exposure, you know, it's more opportunity, you know. So I'm just really excited to go out and like show my jiu-jitsu and let it like come out and show people what I have to offer. I feel like if I go out and fight my hardest and give everything, that's gonna happen, you know? It's in there, you know what I mean? I feel like putting pressure on yourself to like fulfill something would like hinder my, you know what I mean? It would kind of hinder my performance. Probably the next 2 weeks, still gonna train hard, you know, start to change my strength and conditioning, you know, taper a little bit, and then the last week is more gonna be like making sure my weight is good and I'm coming in like comfortable, feeling good, feeling confident, no injuries, you know. That's kind of like my mindset for every tournament that's coming up.
Honestly, I never really think about what's going to happen if we close out. At Pan Am's, I gave it to JT. I went up to him right away and said, like you know, this one's yours. And it didn't take long for me to decide that. Like, I truly felt like I owed him something. It had nothing to do with politics or anything. It was personal to me. When JT first arrived in San Diego, I picked him up from the airport. I didn't really know him. I talked to him maybe twice before that, and he really helped me, you know, like from that point until Pan Am's. So like in that moment, I knew what to do. You know, a lot of people will come up to me trying to, you know, pick gossip out or whatever and say like, hey, did they make you do that, or what, you know, why didn't you guys fight? Don't you feel taken advantage of, or whatever, you know how people are. And like, no, you know, it was a personal decision. It was something that I felt, and I'm sure when the time comes, we'll know what to do then too.
So we're gonna have like about another week and a half of hard training, and then the last week and a half, 2 weeks, we're gonna taper down, just focus on technique and game plans, and just making sure the weight is right, eating well, sleeping well, that kind of thing, no injuries. So that's the plan. Another week and a half, 2 weeks of hard work, and then just taper down, take it easy, and then cruise right into the tournament and do our thing. Everything we've been working towards.
What do we think of Liera and JT closeout?
It's gonna happen, man. I have 100% confidence in that's gonna happen. I have no doubt. I have no doubt. Yeah.
We'll see you there.
Beautiful. I'll see you guys there.
All right,
thank you, man.